I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And it was really one of the first things we connected on. It was one of the first things we started talking about when we met, was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change. I think that was, that's what got date 2 in the books, probably.
Plenty to talk about.
You know what, let's tackle it. Let's tackle it, because things are gonna start popping up. Okay, what the Namibia, Canada's ReconAfrica could start drilling near protected Okavango Delta in 2024. As a matter of fact, this is gonna be on my other channel. Okay, there's this here. Let's go into that. Namibia, Canada's ReconAfrica could start drilling nearby protected Okavango Delta in 2024. By Jerry Shifemba, the new appointed CEO of Canada Reconnaissance Energy Africa, ReconAfrica, Brhon rejected environmental group criticism of the project on Thursday, October 12, 2023, announcing that the company will launch a new drilling campaign early in 2024 close to Namibia protected Okavango Delta, right? Because this is not their homeland. They don't care. Okay, although communities and environmentalists in Namibia have harshly criticized ReconAfrica, the government supports the company's plans to drill up to 12 wells on a sizable portion of its land. Oh my God, 12 of them. There must be some money being paid in the background. There's no way someone with right mind will allow that. Okay, the Okavango Delta, which is shared by Namibia and Botswana, is one of the fewest significant river delta region that empties into the Kalahari Desert sand rather than a sea. The Okavango River's yearly flooding provides it with nourishment, which makes the wetland a crucial pathway for elephants and other species to disperse. A first set of wells demonstrate the presence of an active petroleum system with an estimated 2 billion barrels of oil and 30. And then the thing is that the people in the country is not even gonna benefit from this. They're just gonna extract the resources and bring it to an outside of the continent. Oil and 30 trillion cubic feet of gas. The company will launch a fresh 4 to 6 well drilling campaign early in the next year, Williamsburg said. Nonetheless, local communities and environmentalists have continued to protest against ReconAfrica operation, and in August 2023, they filed a complaint with a number of regulatory bodies, including the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation. That's good. Okay, so I read this. The link will be in the description. Before I continue, I remember watching this video on YouTube, this old man who was being interviewed. Some of the important things that he said that is very crucial, and I think some people who's into the aspect of only money, thinking money is the only option, is the only thing in life. So I'm gonna search for that video and insert it here, because people, it seems like people don't know that the natural land, food, water, shelter, and all of that, this is the basic things of life. It's what is needed for people to move forward. So let me look for that video. Maybe somebody could learn one thing or two from it.
And you might remember him. A man in Williamsburg County is now a viral sensation after describing the sound of the fighter jet crash. He's quite the character. New at 6, News 13's Andrea Gibbons caught up with Randolph White today, who says he's been pretty busy since the crash.
And I heard a screeching, between a screech and a whistle. I said, what in the world is this?
That scream would be shared on TMZ, the New York Post, and Daily Mail. But he says the fame isn't what matters to him.
It's fun, but, back to the serious thing, it is that, hey, I'm not trying to be famous. I'm satisfied in my own skin. I know who I am and what I have. Well, I'm concerned, I have it all right now. Number one, health and strength. Number two, relatively sane. But don't realize, when you lose your health, I don't care what else you own. The most important thing is gone. You know what I'm saying? You can be a billionaire, but if your health is no good, the money is no good.
White.
Okay, so there's another thing here.
UNESCO, I believe it's United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. UNESCO
Safeguard this lush African watershed from oil drilling, save the Okavango Delta. A high risk of contamination has spurred UNESCO members to recommend setting aside even more of the Okavango Delta. Alright, no, I'm gonna go into that. Okay, nobody should be allowed to drill for anything anywhere near the Okavango Delta. Okay, it's like a tobacco. Get them to develop the oil habit. Awful. Okay, and it's an investment scam. There is nothing there. There's that. This article has been uncontested in 2.5 years. There's that. I sometimes think that the sooner we go extend, the better. Actually, I think it quite often these days. Okay, on behalf of my fellow Canadian, I apologize for that distinguished entity masquerading as a company. They do not reflect the majority of Canadians and are loaded by most of us. Okay, so there's that. Let's go into this. Okay, I read this. Let's look at some of the images. Wow, save the Okavango. And then once this is contaminated, majority of these animals probably will die. Oh my Lord. And then that's when they're gonna be like, oh, we did this, all the apology. What's the apology come? It doesn't matter anymore. The life's no longer there. Oh my Lord. Okavango watershed. Oh my God. This is the thing. They want to destroy the continent of Africa. And this is why they're trying to destroy. So many things to say. Let me just shut my mouth. There's this. And the people who's running the country allowing this to happen. This is where they give the license area for oil and gas prospecting. All this area. And there's the Okavango. That's very close. Wow. This is very close. Very close. Yeah, it's going to be contaminated. And we've seen, I talked about this before. At that time, I did not have my charity channel. It's probably either here or PYTE. I spoke about this. Past examples of things that had happened. I think it's in PYTE. I don't remember which video. Okay, we as people must save these special places for the future of our world. Please pay attention. Yeah. We need to pay attention. All right, let's retweet that. This is very important. All right, so this, National Geographic. There's a link here. Okay, how do I remove that? Okay, I don't want this on my thing. I guess I need to subscribe. I'll leave the link anyway, but whatever. Oh, what is that? Poaching. This is something different here. Okay, Gabon, a trafficker arrested and live breed with 2 elephant tusks. Good work of conservation. Justice with the authorities. Oh my Lord. Oh, this is what money made people do. Okay, Chef Jose Andres released $1 million to his World Central Kitchen. Now, the ground in Gaza and Israel's feeding people on both sides. Those funds came from Jeff Bezos Foundation, World Central Kitchen, the partners with Archewell Foundation. This is where Harry and Meghan are involved in real charity work. Okay, so let's see here. Let's look for World Central Kitchen, if anything is mentioned. Okay, so there's this here. Based on that, this is extra sidetrack. Today, there's that. Well, Central Kitchen partner in Gaza was able to distribute 500 food parcels to people. The boxes include items that are ready to eat. Today's deliveries went to 2 schools and the other shelters housing displaced families. All right, so this is the things that they do. All right, so there's that. And Harry and Meghan have sponsored them. Let me put a like I could share on my community board. Okay, the next phase of World Central Kitchen support after the Morocco earthquake includes kitchen kit for families and communities who have the capacity to cook. They just need equipment and okay, I don't know what is this. The committee comes together to prepare dinner using the new kitchen supplies. Okay, so there's that. All right, so there's this again. That was October 12th, couple days ago, at the World Central Kitchen. Relief Kitchen and Yerevan, Armenia, where assembled a team to peel potatoes in preparation for tomorrow's meal. Potatoes on the menu is 2,800 pounds, 2,800 portions of a delicious brine bone and pork chop. And there's more things. Okay, despite challenging dust storms, World Central Kitchen team delivered nourishing meals, water, and fresh fruit to family yesterday. This storm unfortunately caused damage to tents that residents are living in following last week's earthquake. Oh, so October. So there was an earthquake. I wasn't even aware of that. Okay, so there's more. After this, I'm going back to my list. World Central Kitchen is currently positioning team to provide meals to anyone affected by the escalating violence. World Central Kitchen is an Archewell Foundation partner. Okay, so this is one of the squaddies who put that. Alright, dear supporters and friends of World Central Kitchen, World Central Kitchen is a non-governmental, non-political organization committed to providing meals to people in need regardless of nationality or ethnicity. We are currently positioning team to provide meals to anyone affected by the escalating violence in Israel, Gaza, and neighboring countries should there be a flow of refugees. At this critical juncture, we wish to emphasize our focus remains steadfast on feeding any and all civilians who lack access to food or are hungry and vulnerable. Our teams are working tirelessly to ensure our relief efforts are fast, effective, and reach as many people as possible in this time of crisis. Okay, so that's that. So that World Central Kitchen is one of the organizations that Harry and Meghan support. All right, so that was a little bit of sidetrack. Now let's do this. Let's go back to my list.